And I'm a certified holistic health coach. All discussions in this podcast are general information and not intended for medical advice. Please consult with your physician or healthcare provider for any questions or concerns.
Love. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you guys doing?
Wonderful. How are you doing?
Oh my God. Check out our beautiful guest.
Hi.
She has a lot of cool stuff to show us. And yeah, I'm so excited.
Yes, you guys, welcome Jodie Myers. She is a doTERra wellness advocate as well as a birth filmmaker and doula.
Wow.
So we got to get a lot of information in a little bit of time. So we are going to focus on the healing properties of essential oils and all their beneficial uses. And we're going to start by hearing Jodie's story and how she got started into this amazing field of work. Wow. So Jodie, tell us.
All right. So hi, everyone. Like a lot of things in my life, this came to me kind of accidental. It was nothing planned. I went to film school, got into documentary filmmaking, and became a birth filmmaker. Not something I intended to do, but loved it. Started 20 years ago, and nobody was doing it at the time. So my biggest challenge was staying healthy, because when I was on call for a birth, it was for an entire month, 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after the guest date.
Right, because you don't know when it's going to actually happen.
Exactly. That's why it's called estimated due date.
Yes,
and
we've been there.
And during that time, I had zero right to be sick. But I'm that person that if I'm on a flight somewhere, I get off the other end, whatever was going on the plane, Jodie gets. If somebody had a cold near me, I'd have it 2 days later. I just wasn't really boosting my immune system and keeping strong. And there was just no reason for that. I'm healthy, I'm young. And because I didn't like taking medicine, I would run through whatever the course of being sick. It could be a week and just, and then eventually get Sudafed just so I could sleep and then get over it. A friend of mine said to me, no, let me talk with you about some essential oils because this is not right. And she introduced me to doTERra. We sat over sushi. She told me all about it. And I was very skeptic and didn't buy anything. And then a few months later, I went to Hawaii for a convention regarding birth. And like most Israelis, I don't go anywhere for 3 days. So I stayed a little bit longer to travel a little bit. And within 1 day in Kauai, my ankles were covered with mosquito bites. But they weren't just the regular round, pretty mosquito bites. They had funny shapes. And I actually have an image of that. I don't know
we're gonna
if you want to see that.
Yeah.
So I posted it on Facebook as a joke and said, hey, guess the shape of this mosquito bite. And I got, oh, it's a high heel shoe. Oh, it's a dolphin. Oh, it's a shark. And then my friend who introduced me to oil said, lavender oil would have been really good for you right now. And that was my first aha moment. What? Something to help me with mosquito bites? Because I am, if you want to know if there's mosquitoes around, just send me outside.
I'm the same way. Like I will go on a trip and all my family know mosquito bites. And I'm like, I have like 15 all over. What is going on?
Is it true that they like sugary?
I have no idea.
I mean, it could be like the
blood
lotions, the blood. I don't know if it's like the perfumes you put on, or I'm not sure like what exactly it is that they're attracted to.
Probably should look into that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm also the kind of person that'll scratch until the little bleeds. So when I heard lavender, as soon as I came back to LA, I said, okay, I'm coming to one of your classes. I sat down, bought myself a little starter kit, and I slowly started learning about essential oils. Being in the birth world, I noticed that doulas are using them, midwives are using them. So I integrated them into my life. And the cool thing is I have this little keychain that has little vials in it that I just always have in my handbag, and I take it with me everywhere. So at any given moment, if something's going on, whether it's a headache, bloating, mosquito bite, I got something to put on. So I noticed when I'm traveling, I was putting more oils on other people around me than on myself. And that's when I started having more aha moments, because I know they kind of worked for me. But when I saw the really big life-changing differences they were making, that's when I decided, I want to teach about this. I want to share this with others. How is it that moms don't know about these things? Doctors don't know about these things. And I'll tell you 2 short stories that really were eye-openers for me. They both happened when I was visiting Israel. I was staying at a friend's house. We arrived really late at night from the airport, and I hear this baby wailing in the next door apartment. And I asked her, what's going on with your neighbor's baby? She says she's 8 months old, and ever since birth, she's been suffering from ear infections, and the parents have already taken her to doctors. She's been on antibiotics twice. She says,
which is horrible for a baby, by the way.
Yeah.
That just kills their whole gut flora.
Well, it also doesn't solve the ear infection.
No.
So she says, kind of jokingly, do you think those oils of yours could help her? So, 12 o'clock at night, we're in Israel. We just go knocking on the door. I said, let's try. I don't know, because I've never needed it for myself. So we go to the neighbor's house. I introduce myself. She introduces me as a doula. Because, by the way, while I was doing all the birth filming, I went and got trained as a doula as well. I wanted to know more about the whole process, not just from the filmmaker side.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And the mother literally handed her daughter to me, sure, try anything. And I said, look, I've never tried this, but I've heard about it in a lecture. When you have issues going on with the ears, something that could help is tea tree oil.
Mm-hmm.
So I took an ear cleaner from her, and I took the little edges off the cotton, and I put 1 drop of tea tree on each thing, put it in the girl's ears. You never want to put essential oils directly in the ears, by the way. Not in the eyes, not in the nose, not in the ears. So I put it on that cotton. We put it in the girl's ears, and I gave her a little vial. So she'd have some. I said, leave it in there for about 30, 40 minutes, take it out, repeat every few hours, keep your doctor's appointment. I am not a doctor. Essential oils are not evaluated by the FDA, but let's go ahead and try this.
Mm-hmm.
And the next morning she came knocking at my friend's door. She says, my baby fell asleep at 1 o'clock and didn't wake up till 6. She says, this has never, ever happened. I'm like,
Wow.
Great. Go to the doctor. Keep on doing this, but go to your doctor.
Mm-hmm.
3 days later, she had her doctor's appointment. And when she came back from the doctor said there was nothing there. So
No more
just to give you,
Wow.
it helped the baby with her immune system and helped her clear whatever she had going on. Now, just to give you an example, a drop of tea tree oil is about 8 cents times 2, about 3 times a day. For about 3 days that she did that cost less than $3.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So when people sometimes say, wow, essential oils, but they're expensive, you're getting a bottle that has, a bottle like this has about 280 to 250 drops in there. It'll last a long time, especially the ones that you don't use as often. But when you think of the cost of going to doctors, parking, taking time off from work, getting babysitters, getting everybody in the family sick because one person is sick, we could do a lot of these things and take care of a lot of these things at home.
Mm-hmm.
Keep our bodies healthy, help support our immune system, our respiratory system, our digestive system. And a lot of these things we could handle. It really empowers moms too. It makes them feel like superheroes, which they already are anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But so that was one story that really, it kind of blew my mind. I was so excited about that.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Another one was flying home from Israel. There was a pregnant woman on the flight, Orthodox, and she was quite pregnant. And they were sitting, I was in the side ones, and they were in the middle aisle. And at some point, everybody's sleeping, and there was commotion in the middle of the night. And I opened my eyes, and I see that people got up so she could lay down, and they were hovering over her, chatting. And I just asked this one lady, I said, what's going on? She says, well, she's pregnant, and she just started to get sharp pain in her back, and she's a little panicking. Now, my goal was to make her calm, because that's the most important thing at this moment, that she doesn't start getting into this movie in her head. So I talked with her
because
husband.
our mind controls a lot of that.
Yes.
We can make ourselves amplify our stress if we let it get to our head. But if we do something that helps calm us, then we could totally change the way we feel. We're all connected.
And I had no idea what her story was. So I chatted a little bit with the husband. Evidently, they were in Israel, and they extended their stay because there was a wedding. So, and she already was having a little bit of a cramp, and she went to the doctor in Israel, and he says, well, you're 1 centimeter dilated. And I said to him, and the doctor said it's okay to stay. And he went, basically, they didn't do what the doctor said.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's a little panicking. So I kneeled down, I introduced myself to her, and I pulled out my keychain, and I took a little drop of lavender, a little drop of orange, wild orange, and I just put it on her wrists. And I said, just inhale it, lay down here and just inhale it, and just, calm down, just to help you calm. And then I went back to my seat, and about 10 minutes later, she kind of lifts her head, and she looks up to me kind of tired, and, just says, I'm a new person. Thank you so much. And that was just magical.
Wow.
And it's funny. I gave her those vials. I said, take them with you. I gave her my card. I said, please let me know when your baby's born. And 3 months later, they sent me a thing. But the kid was already born a while ago, and she sent me pictures. And But when I was getting off the plane, because I was trying to arrange for her a seat in first class, there was nothing so that people could sit, because everybody got up for her. The captain, the stewardess, everyone was like, thank you for taking care of our passenger. That was another moment, like such a simple thing that shifted a person's existence at that very moment. So it was really exciting for me. And I love, love, love being able to help with little things like that. And of course, my own life, my own family, my friends, the people around me. So that's how I got into essential oils, and that's almost 7 years ago.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. That's amazing. And I have been knowing about oils for a while, but didn't get so deep. I didn't dive so deep into it. So I'm so excited to learn more. And knowing Jodie, I'm going to become an expert like she is. And Jodie, so what is your favorite oil to use? Like for what usage? What do you like to use it for? So there's a few standards that I think everybody should have in their house, and those are the ones that I actually carry in my keychain. Mind you, I have a couple of other keychains that I'll add on when I'm going for longer, but these ones are just musts in my opinion. First of all, On Guard. On Guard is a immune support blend. It has clove, cinnamon, orange, eucalyptus, and it's we actually have a whole line of On Guard. We have an On Guard foaming hand wash, On Guard. There's a sanitizing spray. I have that one.
On Guard candies. Yeah, we have cleaner concentrate. You could clean your whole house with On Guard, and it's non-toxic.
And it's non-toxic. I have that.
It's fantastic to diffuse. You could take it internally under your tongue, in your water. So that's really good for immune support. So let's say you're flying. Let's say you're around someone that's sick. Let's say that you're feeling like you're getting a little run down. That's a really good one to kind of help boost your immune system.
And when you take that internally, how would you take that? Would you recommend putting some drops in water or just taking it straight? How would you recommend
It's a spicy oil. So if you take it straight, I would recommend under the tongue. But I always say if you're going to take oils under the tongue, do it in front of a mirror. Because I'm just going to keep it closed. But if you do this, and it starts dripping down your chin, that might feel very uncomfortable, and you might get too many drops out because you really just need one. But another way is, like you said, add a couple of drops into a little shot glass with water or regular water. If it's a little too strong, you could put in a teaspoon with little honey or applesauce. And we actually have On Guard gel caps. They're called On Guard Plus, and they have On Guard in there, oregano, black pepper oil, and melissa oil. So you're getting a really strong boost to the immune system. That's what I take before I go on flights.
Yeah, oregano oil's amazing.
Yeah, and you don't want to taste it.
No, you don't want to
taste it.
Oregano oil does not taste good. I've tasted it.
Yeah. So that's when it's in a gel cap. And they're small enough that even kids that know how to take pills could take them. Now on babies, for instance, or little kids, they wouldn't want to take that internally. So what you would want to do is you could take a little bit. Actually, we have On Guard. It comes also, this isn't it, but it also comes in a roller format. And this would be pre-diluted with fractionated coconut oil. So you could roll a little bit on their spine and the bottom of their feet. Those are really great places to put it. You could also put it on the belly, but if they touch that and then later touch their face, you don't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So feet along the spine, rub it in there. Our feet have really big pores, so it helps get it into the body. Another way you could use it is, this is something that I love doing when I teach classes in person. I get an apple, cut it up in pieces, put it in a bowl of water, add a couple drops of On Guard, a couple of drops of lemon, and put it in the fridge. And before the class starts, I take the apples out, put some, toothpicks in them, drink the water because it's delicious, and then have people eat it. And they're like, what you do to these apples? First of all, obviously they're crispy because they'll be sitting in this cold water. They don't go brown because of the oils. And they taste really good. It adds that. So for kids, it's a great way to get it in their system.
Wow. And how many drops do you put in the water for that?
I would say in a bowl, maybe 2 or 3.
Okay. Yeah. That's a great idea. Because, kids are really picky with.
Oh my God. Yeah. It would be really rough to get the kids to, eat.
That's a tricky
that's a
way.
snack.
Yeah. If you make homemade pancakes, you could add a drop of On Guard into the pancakes,
I can sneak it in there when I sneak my spinach into pancakes. And I'm like, green pancakes.
Yeah. You could add lemon. You like making smoothies, I know. And
smoothies, that's what
I always add orange oil to my smoothie. 1 drop. You don't want to make it. You do put 2 drops, it's going to be very orangey. And for the coffee drinkers amongst us, I put a drop of cardamom oil. In Hebrew, it's hil.
I love cardamom
in my coffee every morning. You could put cinnamon. You could put ginger oil in. You could definitely use them for cooking.
It's like upgrading whatever it is that you're eating, consuming,
Yeah, and
drinking.
I drink lemon water with sea salt in the morning, and I could surely do a drop of lemon. Yeah.
And the great thing about the citrus oils, they come from the rind and the peel of the fruit, not from the fruit itself.
Which has a lot of the nutrients that we're throwing away.
Right, and it's not going to be bad for your teeth, because a lot of lemon juice could be a little harsh on the teeth too. And it alkalines the body and it cleanses the body.
That's amazing.
So On Guard is a definite must.
Yes.
That's just the start.
Another one is breathe. Breathe, just like the word says, respiratory support. So no, it wasn't you, but usually when I meet people and they want to try something, I'll either put a drop.
I think it was her husband.
Yeah, breathe. I put a drop in your palms. You rub your palms together. You close your eyes, because sometimes the peppermint in there will tingle your eyes, and you just inhale it a couple of times. It opens your airways, and it's so nice. Wow. Another thing you could do, if somebody's got a little kind of congestion going along, you could put a little bit on. Yeah, you could rub a little bit on their chest, on their back, over the lungs. Diffuse it. It's also really great for restful sleep. It's got eucalyptus in it. It smells like a sauna, like a spa when you're going into the
I gotta say that today our Ulpan is amazing. It smells so good. Our little studio is just...
We're diffusing oil.
Yeah. Oil. This is the reason, you guys.
I love this diffuser because it's right now, as you see, it's not attached to any electricity, so you can plug it in, charge
portable.
it, and use it.
You can bring it in your car.
Yeah, it sits exactly in the car holder. And right now I have in there wild orange and peppermints. I call it my happy focus blend, because peppermint is uplifting. Orange is uplifting and peppermint is invigorating. It kind of wakes you up. It helps you focus.
Yeah, I kind of felt lifted and awake. I gotta say, that's so funny.
Yeah, I actually have. I have a couple little combinations that I've learned, but I want to still go back to Jodie. Okay. I want Jodie to. So we touched base on that. I want to talk a little bit about the digestion and definitely about children, because as moms, I think we all go through our babies not sleeping, our babies not calming down.
Let's touch on that.
Yeah, that story really touched me, because I've known my share of not sleeping.
Me too. And my toddler somehow at 7:30 has a sudden urge of energy where she wants to play and read 10 books, and so
and you don't have that energy.
And you're like,
and all of a sudden she has to go potty, and then she needs water, and all these things come up when it's time to go to bed. So I wanted to touch base for what we can do for calming our children, newborns even, you know.
So first of all, I'm sure everyone knows that lavender is a calming oil.
That's right.
So that's a really great go-to. What you want to do is maybe 20, 30 minutes before you want to get them into bed, start diffusing it in their room. There's really cute children diffusers, like elephant shape.
I have a unicorn one.
Amazing. So cute. I even saw that there was one that makes stars on the ceiling. So
I got to get a unicorn one. My daughter's room is unicorn.
And I'll tell you.
Rainbows and unicorns.
And kids really connect with essential oils, but don't let them get hold of these.
Yeah.
Okay? But they will know what they want. It'll come to that bedtime when you're diffusing, let's say, some Serenity, which is a blend that has lavender in it, and Roman chamomile and other calming ones. You put that in there a little bit before they go to bed. When they go to bed, have this little ritual of rubbing oils on their feet. And within a few days,
do that. Yeah,
they're gonna have their feet up in the air. Mom, can you put some On Guard on, or tea tree
my
on?
daughter just like places her feet in my hand, and I'm like, okay, that's that time.
My daughter puts one leg. She goes, "This leg hurts, Ima," and then she says, "The other one also hurts." So she just
hit the spot.
And it's great for you. Not only is it that bonding experience, but you're getting the benefits of the oils because they're on your hands now. You're smelling them now, so everybody's helping to calm down. Another great one is Roman chamomile, Serenity, lavender.
I love the names. They're so...
Yeah. We have this really adorable children's collection, kids collection. It comes in this little kind of pack. It does snaps back, but it comes in this little thing. And these...
This is the cutest thing. I want to get it. I want to get all of it.
I know.
Can I steal it?
Yeah. I think when I'm just looking for one, calmer. I pulled out the right one.
I have. That's the one I have in my bag,
so
actually.
This is a calming one for kids. So this is also one that you could rub on their feet.
Nice.
And the nice thing about this, kids from like age 4 and up, they could use these on their own. They were made for kids to use. And they're in a roll-on, so they're pre-diluted, and they smell nice. Here, I'll pass it to you. This is the calmer.
You can put it in your keychain. It could be like on the go. You can have it.
Yes.
Oh my God, it smells amazing.
I have this one in my bag for me, for calm.
Oh my God. Yeah. For just, you know, sometimes I get nervous or stressed.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a great little collection. So they have here for children for digestion. They have one called Brave, which is more kind of to give kids, like, you know, they're going to school and it's the first day of school, and just help them out with that
confidence.
So, yeah,
I think we should have one in the radio. A lot of people get super excited before they come speak.
Nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a situation, so it would be nice
just
to
have a little oil. Yeah. Here you go. Use this. It'll help.
Really
Start diffusing oils. That'll help too.
Yeah,
we'll diffuse a calming, something that keeps your mind focused.
Serenity. I feel like I love that name.
Yeah.
It's just,
as long as they don't start falling asleep during the show.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we can't have them too calm.
I need uplifting.
Yeah.
Citrus oils, super uplifting. Lemon, orange, grapefruit. You could put all of those in any of those, all of those. We have a blend called Citrus Bliss, which has all the citruses and a little bit of vanilla oil. So that's also a really great one, also for smoothies. Drop of that.
I happen to have like an obsession with the frankincense. I love, and sandalwood. I love those two.
You touched on something important here. We're talking about calming. So maybe less for children, but for moms, woodsy oils are very grounding, very calming. Frankincense, sandalwood, vetiver, myrrh.
Oh, I love vetiver
wood.
too. I love the smell of all those woodsy ones. So I've always been attracted to those just because I like the way they smell.
And they're grounding. So kids may or may not like it. That's why I didn't mention them. But for moms, like you, when we met up this morning parking our cars, you said, "Oh my God, you smell good." Vetiver and ylang ylang.
No wonder. I love ylang ylang too. Ylang ylang adds a little floral to the vetiver, because I love vetiver too. It smells so good.
Yeah. Wow. So those will be calming. And another just basic suggestion, if the kids are at the age where they're on electronics, an hour before bedtime, get that out of their way, because that'll still stimulate them.
Yeah,
and keep
it's that blue light.
You got to slowly ease them into the evening, get into a nice routine. Things
bath.
like that.
I do the Epsom salt in the bath too, which is really calming.
Add oils to that.
Add a little lavender. I have done that for her, actually. Put a little lavender in the bath.
A little
smells
trick
great.
with that, because essential oils and water don't mix, if you just put them on the water, they'll be floating around. So one thing, since you use Epsom salts, add the drops to the Epsom salts, rub them together, and then toss them in the bath.
Good idea.
Or if you're using any kind of bubble bath or soap or anything, when the water's pouring in, put the oils under that, so it kind of
gets in there.
Better. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll just have like drops. Oh, there's the lavender. And
that's a great tip.
Yeah.
Also, afterwards, you could, like, I use either coconut oil or olive oil on my body. You smell kind of like a salad at first, but it's really like it's really moisturizing. But you could put a couple drops of oil in there.
Yes, and if you use fractionated coconut oil, it doesn't have the smell, and it's always in liquid format. As a matter of fact, I bought this here because this is one of the things you want to use for dilution. When you're wanting to dilute an oil, putting it on topically, a carrier oil is really important. I like fractionated coconut oil because A, it doesn't smell. It's got a really long shelf life, and it's not a thick oil. Olive oil, vitamin E oil, those are great, but they're thick, so sometimes they'll actually prevent the molecules of the essential oils to enter the body. They'll just kind of sit on your surface, which is still nice and smells good and everything, but if you want that to penetrate, a finer oil would work good, and this happens to be the one that we have, and I love that. It's you could put it on, you could add any essential oil to it that you want to smell like that day.
Wow, it's amazing. The other thing that I wanted to discuss, because I feel like digestion is a big issue. I think a lot of people have digestion issues, which has a lot to do with the everyday stress we have. You know, we put ourselves in flight or fight mode, so our bodies kind of slow digestion. So gas, bloating, even having like acid reflux. What are some of those oils that help with that?
So oils that would help with digestion, the straight and simple way to go is Digest Zen. It's got basically the oils that support our digestive system. So it's got fennel, caraway, anise, peppermint. It smells lovely. And because of those oils, by the way, it's also really good to help with motion sickness. Wow. So if you're driving in the mountains and somebody's not feeling good, just take a drop in your hands, smell it. Again, don't touch the eyes. those oils that are in here, you could use separately as well, but you got it ready made. This also, by the way, comes in, I didn't bring it, but in a roller format, so it's easier for the kids. And we have one for children, which is called, I believe it's called Tamer. It's the last one that came out. Yeah, the Tamer. So this is a kid's version, although kids could use this one too, but here they could use it themselves, and it's a little bit more gentle.
I have that Digest Zen. You can also ingest it. It is pretty potent. It's like got a lot of that licorice anise flavor.
Anise, yeah.
Can you also put it on topically on your belly, like if you're having some stomach upset?
I prefer to use it that way.
I did that. I wasn't sure if you're actually supposed to, but I'm like,
you could.
Makes sense. Like, they put alac on your stomach. So I'm like,
absolutely.
My daughter was going through a lot of, I feel like painful moments digesting and just a little constipation, things like that. Is there any oil for?
I would go with the Digest Zen, and again with kids, they wouldn't want it internally anyway.
No, it's pretty really, potent, spicy,
and some people don't even like the licorice flavor. Some people love it, some don't. So what I would do is on the belly, and if you have it in a roll-on, you could just make like one nice big circle and then rub it in clockwise. You
always clockwise, because that's the way the
belly kind of gets digested. Wow.
And you don't want to put a lot on. If you're taking it from the bottle, put 1 drop in your hand, add a 3 drops of a carrier oil, rub it together, and then rub it on her belly in clockwise motion. Wow. You could also put it on the bottom of their feet. Again, it's another place to put it, because some kids might say, "Mommy, I don't like the smell." Put it on the bottom of the feet. It's further away. And if they really don't like the smell, do peppermint with lemon. You could just take that way. You're not doing the anise and the fennel and all that.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So for beginners, because I'm kind of new to the whole world of oils, what would you think? You said the must-haves, but just if I could have, like, say between 5 to 7 oils, what would be the ones that you would,
That's a great question.
doTerra, it is a good question. And that's one of the first questions people ask after a class. So where do I start? How do I do this?
Yeah, what do we do?
And you're like, I want everything.
Yeah,
okay,
like here
my bill is like $3,000.
Yeah, so doTerra did something really smart. They made different kits, starter kits, and that also waives their wholesale membership fee, which gives you 25% off all of our products. One of them has a lot of the essential oils that I mentioned. There's ones that are mostly for diffusing. Some people that just want to make their house more green. And please, if anyone here uses plugins, I don't know, Glade, Febreze,
so toxic.
Please remove those. Google the truth behind.
They're so toxic. Oh, that's another one I wanted to touch base on.
I didn't know I have.
There's one that also is detoxifying for air, for whatever.
I brought it with me.
Wow. So thanks for all the knowledge.
It detoxifies all the chemicals and all that.
It's in here somewhere.
I think humidifiers are very in style right now, just as home decors. Diffusers, and things like that. So I think now we can actually know what to use. And there's diffusers.
And one of the kits is specifically, it's actually called, I think, essential. No, it's one of our new kits, but it's basically oils to put in the air in your house, although some of them could be taken internally. I believe On Guard is in there as well. That's amazing. A really nice introduction one. What's really important that I didn't mention before, the quality, the purity, and the testing on the essential oils is super important. So everything I'm saying here, I'm specifically talking about doTerra oils. That's what I'm educated in. That's what I know.
Yes, a lot of oils are not pure oils and don't come from...
and you could do more damage.
Yes.
So it's super important, even when you're diffusing it in the air. Because when you're breathing it in, think about it. You're breathing it through your nasal way. It gets into your lungs, into your capillaries, into your bloodstream. You know this. Anything you're putting on your skin, think about it. I'm eating this.
Yeah.
I'm eating this.
Your body absorbs 60% of what you put on your body. Yeah. So we want to put good quality things on our bodies.
Yeah.
Also, I have a recipe for, we were talking about the putting on mosquito bites, and I have a recipe for actual bug repellent, which is 15 drops of citronella, 15 drops of peppermint, and 15 drops of lemon eucalyptus.
Wow.
In a spray bottle with half a cup of witch hazel and a small amount of water and olive oil.
Wow.
And you can use that.
That sounds really good.
As a repellent. So instead of buying those super toxic bug repellents that they sell when you're going somewhere that has a lot of mosquitoes, like my favorite place, Tulum, where you get eaten up.
I know.
You can make your own.
And doTerra made one too.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Or you don't have to make yours.
I was going to say that would have been really difficult to put together.
Moms, especially on the go, they want to have things ready.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
I'll go for that too.
And
but
it
if you
has a lot
have,
of what
if
you
you
said.
happen to have these at home, you know,
I know.
Yeah.
by all means.
That would be like a lot of kind of like a science project.
Chemist.
I feel
And it
like,
actually doesn't smell bad. You could smell it.
Is
It's
it
really not
citronella?
bad. It's got a bunch of the oils you mentioned in
I have
there.
to show
Oh yeah,
you
I smell the lemon and
what
the
they did to
citronella.
me the other day. Look,
Oh
Put some
wow!
you
lavender.
could see it.
Put
Here.
some lavender on
Put
that.
some lavender on that.
I'm gonna.
You know, I feel like we're like, you know, the My Big Fat Greek Wedding. He's like, put some Windex.
Oh,
I know. I remember that movie. They did a
Put
sequel.
some lavender on it.
Yeah, definitely not
Not
Windex.
Not Windex.
Talking of even cleaning my house, for windows and glass, I have a spray bottle that I did make, and it's got vinegar, oil. Vinegar,
White
water,
vinegar, right?
Yes, and water and lemon oil and rosemary oil. So
I have to
Amazing.
take it to my yoga class. We do outdoor yoga there in Sunset, and we all get bit. But we love it so much. So this is going to
This
be our.
before-
Well,
perfect.
looks like you should become an advocate, and you know, you can take your little bag around and start putting oils on people.
I'm definitely purchasing everything. I'm that.
what's
type of
interesting
mind.
is it's always a conversation piece, and that's kind of how I got into it. I was just talking about them anyway because people will ask, "What are you wearing?" or and I'm like, I don't know what I used this morning.
Yeah.
But
And
it does
yeah.
smell so good. I
Yeah.
wish we could transfer smell somehow.
Yeah.
But we can't.
And it's important, of course, to use them correctly, effectively, and safely. So, of course, when I teach, I talk about the safety and everything. So, if anyone's listening, obviously, we couldn't cover everything today. We touched the surface.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But, you could reach out to me soon enough to Tamar. We'd be happy to kind of guide you, help you. And there's so many resources to help learn more about this. And it's a journey. It
Yes.
really is. I'm still learning. I don't know everything, but I know how to
You
get
know
started.
a lot. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think that, we'd love to also have you back.
I'd
Of
love to be
course.
back.
Every.
One other thing I wanted to touch on is, do you have any anti-aging oils?
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
So,
now you talk my language. I don't want to age.
Longevity oils, I guess.
It's all in the mind.
Yeah.
So we have great skincare lines, and they do have essential oils in them. I also like adding sometimes essential oils to it. So there's things like frankincense,
Yes, my
sandalwood.
favorite.
We have a yarrow palm, which comes with a droplet. It's this deep blue color oil, and it's got yarrow oil and pomegranate seed oil, which is amazing. We also have a yarrow palm body serum. And there's so many things that to do with aging, like, nutrition, don't smoke, don't hang out in the sun for hours, but definitely, there's ways of enhancing our skin and making our skin feel better. I'm 50, almost going on 55.
What?
Amazing.
Oh my
And
God. All right.
and
I'm buying.
And it's, of
amazing.
course, it's a lifestyle too, but definitely I moisturize every day, every night. I add oils to it, and I love it. And I just take care of my skin.
I love sea buckthorn oil for
It's amazing.
anti-aging.
Not
which-
familiar with that one.
Yeah, it's great. If you can put that on your face, on your body, it's super anti-aging.
Wow.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, that's good knowledge. Thank you guys. This is amazing.
And we'll have to have Jodie back on because she has so many other things to
We
talk
could do
about.
themes. We could
Yeah.
talk about pregnancy and birth. We could talk about green cleaning.
Yeah, we
there's
just
so
wanted
much.
to do a general overall.
Yeah.
So we didn't really get too in depth with one topic or another. So we'll definitely have to have you back on.
Love
Yeah,
to.
we can't wait. And just kind of for closure, we want to say that something really exciting happened.
Oh yes.
Woohoo! I got my pre-trition.
So this is her pre-trition. This is before she gets her nutrition, which is her personalized supplement. This one is before, so it's almost like a detox, getting her body ready for all these amazing nutrients. So she's going to start taking these and see how she feels. And I, on the other hand, I got my report and I put it into a little, I had it printed
booklet.
and made into a book so that I could carry it around. So
yeah, so now she knows
this is all
everything.
Yeah, this shows all my SNPs. So you can see the ones that are green, I didn't get either one. The ones that are yellow, I got one from one parent. So my supplement will have 250 milligrams of whatever that SNP needs. And the red one means I got both. So that one will have 500 milligrams in my supplement.
Wow.
So yeah, I kind of went through this and I studied it a few times. It's so interesting.
And now you can also change your nutrition the way.
Now you can change your nutrition. You know what your body needs, and also things that I might have been taking that I don't need to take anymore because it's in my personalized supplement, or things I might have been taking that I don't need because I have a green, which means I don't need that. So
I love it.
Yeah, it's
our
so
journey
amazing.
To healthy lifestyle, healthier lifestyle. And I just want to say again, thank you so much, Jodie.
Thank you.
It was so amazing. I was so blown away by the stories and everything. I thought it was really inspiring, and I'm definitely gonna shop around. Can you tell us about how can our listeners and viewers do that?
So I have a direct link, and Tamar has a direct link.
Perfect.
And where's the best way to share that?
I will post our links. We are on a team together, so
beautiful.
I will post our links on our show. I'll tag Jodie, I'll tag me, and I'll put our links underneath. And you guys can purchase through there. If you have any questions, you can contact me anytime, and definitely contact Jodie also. And I will let you guys know how to do that. And feel free to ask away any questions that you might have, and we're here to help.
Perfect. So exciting. It was so much fun. I love our Thursdays.
Yes. So fun.
Health and benefits to have for a lifetime. So again, thank you so much. I enjoyed. Unfortunately, it's time to leave, but it flew by.
Yes,
I
it did.
felt like, it was so fast. And thank you again. And
thank you.
Can't wait for next week.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, actually, next week I won't be here because my daughter is having a little graduation. Which will be so adorable. Yeah, a little 3-year-old graduating.
She'll wear their hat.
Yeah, so I'm not going to be able to record next week unless we can figure out a different day.
Maybe,
Otherwise it'll be the following week, and we will definitely arrange Jodie to come back.
Yes.
And if you guys have anything specific that you might want to hear her talk about more, please write in the comments and let us know what that is, and we can definitely arrange to have her back and talk about one specific topic for the whole time. And we hope that you liked it.
Yeah, I loved it. I can't wait to go and shop around. So, love you guys. Have a great day.
Heal yourself by yourself.
Yes.